Assalamu alaikum. I am reading a report from the print written by Fariha Iftikhar. Please listen to it. Panic stricken amid Trump's visa purge. Indian students look at private universities back home. New Delhi. As the Trump administration removes student visas in its crackdown on immigration, a 20-year-old undergraduate student at a Philadelphia University has reached out to a career counseling agency in India to weigh his options. The student, a New Delhi resident pursuing business computing studies in the US, said uncertainty is running high among Indian students in America. A senior of mine who recently completed both his master's and PhD studies had his student visa revoked due to some unknown reason. I too am really panicking because my parents have invested so much in my education ever since I moved here in 2023. I want to keep my options open, and many good universities in India are now offering transfer opportunities, the student told the print, not wishing to be named. He is not a lone case, as the new administration under US President Donald Trump has in the last few weeks revoked visas of numerous international students, leaving many at risk of detention and deportation. The move has sparked concern across academic and immigrant communities, with some affected students even filing lawsuits alleging their visas were revoked without due process. And the uncertainty around visa policies in the US, an increasing number of Indian students are exploring backup plans from transferring to top private universities in India to relocating to countries like Canada, Australia, or the UAE. A 23-year-old postgraduate student pursuing a STEM, science, technology, engineering, and mathematics course at a university in Connecticut told the print that he is already taking steps in anticipation of any sudden visa policy changes. I have also been in touch with some counseling agencies to advise me if I can move to Canada if required. I have heard that many other Indian students are also planning to shift to either good universities in India or other countries, added the student who hails from Haryana. Private universities in India, including Ashoka University in Sonipet, have reported a surge in transfer requests this year, particularly from Indian students studying in the US. Career counseling agencies are also seeing a rise in similar inquiries, the print has learned. Sakshi Mittal, founder of education consultancy University Leap, admitted to sensing panic among students and parents, especially when it comes to destinations like the US. There is uncertainty around changing immigration policies, and post-study work options. On Monday, a student reached out expressing the desire to transfer back to India from the US, citing anxiety over spending such a significant amount of money without clarity on long-term visa prospects. She told the print. Mittal too said that Indian students are increasingly exploring alternative options. We have also seen rising interest from students who are considering studying further in India or choosing destinations like Dubai. She added. She also advised students to avoid making decisions based solely on headlines, urging them to instead consult trusted professionals for guidance, according to Professor Harsh Pant, Vice President, Studies and Foreign Policy at Observer Research Foundation in New Delhi. One key reason a student choose to study abroad, particularly in the US and other Western countries, is the perception that India lacks institutions of caliber. For them to come back and seek admission here would be a very difficult decision, one often made under duress. He told the print, if we are seeing an uptick in such cases, it likely reflects a high level of distress among students and deep uncertainty about their future. That is what is pushing them to consider such extreme measures. Pan, however, said that India has an opportunity to make the most of the situation, but for that to happen, the Indian education system must also rise to the occasion, becoming more efficient, forward-looking, and ready to meet the evolving needs of students, he said. According to Open Doors 2024, an annual report published by the Institute of International Education that studies international educational exchange activity into and out of the US, the number of Indian students surpassed those from China in the nation in 2023-24 at 29%. Indians were the largest international student cohort in the US. Thank you for your listening.